LaPorte family crawfish boil is probably equivalent to people cooking hamburgers. During crawfish season, we probably boil crawfish every weekend. My dad has always been the best crawfish cooker ever until he taught my husband. You don't time the crawfish, you actually listen by sound with the paddle, and you tap the crawfish with the paddle to hear a hollow sound. That's how you know they're done. My mom and dad are so important to me and to my family. They have always been there for me no matter what. My mom has been a constant in our family. She's always made sure that my sister and I were taken care of, that we had everything we need. My dad worked extremely hard. He worked for 39 years for Kansas City Southern Railroad. He's taught me a lot about being passionate about what you believe in and working hard. Even though times get tough, don't give up.
After graduating from Louisiana State University, Codie married her high school sweetheart, Mark. They chose to settle down in Denham Springs, raising their 2 daughters in an area where her neighbors are, well, family.
My husband and I are extremely blessed to be able to live in this neighborhood. My sister and my brother-in-law and their 2 daughters live next door. So I get to see my nieces just about every single day, which is a blessing. And then my sister-in-law and brother-in-law live about 4 or 5 houses down. So I get to see my nephews a great deal as well. It's something that, you think you have to have millions of dollars and buy some special piece of property and everybody build to be able to live by each other. But we're very blessed to be able to live where we are and have family that close.
In 2002, Codie joined the bank working in the consumer arena. With a move to private wealth management, she found her affinity for customers took on new meaning.
As a branch manager of a large retail branch, you're sitting down and you're helping a lot of different clients. In the role that I'm playing now, you don't help as many people, but the impact that you have is very powerful.
We can teach a wealth advisor the technical aspects, but we can't teach them to care. That comes from their heart, and that's what I love about Codie. She's always been that way from the very first moment. You meet her, you feel it, you see it, her customers feel it. She is amazing at building that relationship with these clients, and because of that, they value what we bring to the table.
4 years ago, my husband passed away unexpectedly, and since I never dealt with any type of financial details, I need that person there for me to help me make good decisions for down the road when I do retire, because without my husband here to help me with advice, I need to call Codie and her team and say, okay, what should I do? How should I do this?
She has a really big heart. Whatever she can do to help a customer, whatever she can do to help an associate, a manager, even a CBM, because we have conversations and we talk a lot, and anything she can help me with, she's willing to do that.
Our neighbor was knocking on our back door about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning and said that the water was coming. The water just started creeping up from the woods. Within about 30 minutes to an hour, it was in our home.
In 2016, South Louisiana experienced one of the worst floods in its history. It was the worst natural disaster in the U.S. since Hurricane Sandy in 2012.
The beautiful thing about a small community and family and friends is that in our neighborhood, you didn't just have one home demoing a house by themselves or standing there not knowing what to do. Everybody pulled together and they came together as one and would demo one house and then move to the next and demo the next and then move to the next and demo the next.
At that point, Codie and her husband made a promise.
We both decided if this ever happens somewhere close by to us and we can go, we're going as a family, because we wanted our entire family to be a part of this and help just like we were helped. We just didn't realize that a hurricane was going to happen so quickly.
They learned that the folks over in Houston had had the same experience. They put together a group in their subdivision and they caravanned over with all of the tools and materials to feed them. They brought water, they brought masks, gloves, cleaning supplies. They went into a subdivision and they worked with those families
I can remember the truck ride home from Bridge City, Texas once we finished, and I remember turning around and looking at my girls, and they were exhausted. My husband was exhausted, bless his heart, and my girls were passed out, and I looked at my husband and I said, I'm so thankful that we did this and that we taught them this lesson about helping people and giving back.
But her passion for giving back doesn't end there. Codie also recognizes the good work of those who have helped her family in the past.
My youngest daughter, Shelby, was born December 29th, 2010, and she ended up failing her hearing test at the hospital. We did have a lot of testing done to where we were able to get a lot of help early on.
She's able to hear well in one ear and hardly anything in the other ear, but she has compensated well. Her speech has kept up with to be developmentally appropriate. So just seeing her, you would never know that she's a child with a hearing loss. Without early intervention, some children never catch up to equal with their peers, and a lot of times they'll end up dropping out of school and not fulfilling their true potential.
When I found out and realized that Regions was going to allow me to donate $1,000 to an organization, I was so excited to be able to give it to the Livingston Parish Pupil Appraisal Center for Audiology and Speech Therapy Services.
In everything she does, Codie LaPorte is guided by the principles she's held since childhood: putting others first, treating people with respect, and most importantly, giving back.